Office of the Registrar of Political Parties. This office suffered a huge cut of its budgetary allocations. So the registrar came to us asking for some money to do two most important and crucial programs in our office. We actually made it clear to her that the only money we had would possibly be from the Registrar of Political Parties, from the Political Parties Fund. And from that, we have allocated Kenya shillings 100 million to that office to run two very important programs, which are 38 million is for training and capacity building of political parties. The reason is that there hasn't been this ever since, because in as much as we're saying, let us allocate political parties funds, we do not know how the funds would be used because they may not have that capacity. It's not purely a question of staff, emoluments, and other programs. It is important that what they are trained by this office is in consonance with what they are supposed to do. And this is why we said 38 million of that would go into training and capacity building for all political parties. 62 million would go to enhancing and increasing the office budget for operations and maintenance, including the requirement that the office must now devolve. It must move to the counties so that people who want service from that office.
Yeah, can I request you be more precise?
Yes.
Yeah.
That people who move to that office for service need not travel to Nairobi. They actually now go to possibly the county headquarters. You are able to check whether you are registered in a party. You are able to resign from a party. You are able to do all this. So far, I think this office is in 3 or 4 counties in the country. And we are saying, given this amount of money, they are likely to come to more counties gradually so that the services are devolved to the people. Again, this is what we've always been saying. It's bottom up. We need to move from Nairobi down to the people in Mashinani.
My good friend, Chairman Murugara, we happened to be together in last parliament when he was really crying because of the West regime, as he rightly put it. So now he's trying to kill the democracy by removing political parties fund. So Chair, because now he's in government, maybe soon he will retreat to be a regional whatsoever, I don't know. So Chair, why is he removing the political parties fund? Because parties have been crippled. They want to pay the regional offices, they want to pay the staff, and political parties are institutions which can help Kenya to grow or to prosper. So that's why I'm opposing the removal of a political parties fund or reallocation.
Are you aware that there's a recently High Court determined that political parties deserve to be given a particular allocation of resources for them to operate? This is in accordance with what is in the Constitution. If you're aware of that decision, then if you are again recommending that we deny political parties resources, then don't you think you are contradicting the very existence of judiciary, which you are asking us to promote more by funding those resources? Mr. Chairman, in the last financial year, political parties fund was allocated about 1.4 billion. And when we did supplementary budget 1, you requested us to reallocate part of that money because you said in the second supplementary, then the political parties didn't need that money, but they will need it later, in which case you promised us that it will be provided. I have seen here that you have again recommending that they be denied more resources. Even the remaining 100 million, you're asking us to relocate for the running of the tiny office of the registrar of political parties. Bwana Chairman, I want you to be honest that you are simply not being a politician because you're in government. I want you to be realistic and to understand the significance and the role of political parties in a democracy and the need for them to be funded. I would like to urge you, Mr. Chairman, that the recommendations you brought before us, you should resign them so that you can restore your dignity. Secondly, I have also information that these your reports are not signed, that what you present to us are your own reports, not reports signed by your members. Can you justify that can you rebut that allegation, that you come before us with your own report, that you don't care about the contribution of your submissions of your members in the committee? Thank you.
Pointed in you, especially coming from a background of HHM, that you would speak in a very high-handed manner, like the money you give political parties is an issue of charity. It's not an issue of charity. It's constitutional, and that's why there's a court decision that it should be granted as provided. So really, it's not about you to now rank for us what is more important than the other. I think it's what is constitutional is constitutional. So I would want to encourage you that in future, and I've said it before in the House and I'll repeat, that where you sit, it takes one event and circumstances change. And we've seen it, so please, tone down on the high-handedness, please. And if you want to give, not to give political parties, provide a legal framework, not the high-handedness.
Murugara, my friend, the reason why the political parties fund is in the constitution is because Kenyans say they want to grow their democracy and mature it. When we see you saying it doesn't make sense to grow our political parties, and when I see my friend the treasurer UDA not talking, I get worried. So can you please push back the money for political parties in the supplementary back to 1.47 billion, and then in the estimates, give us what is in the constitution so that we grow our political parties. I thought you would be more concerned because UDA is even doing elections now. Why do you want to kill our democracy? Please.
Honorable Murugara, don't be among those people who in future we will say this is the man who killed political parties in Kenya. Kindly return the money for political parties. Political parties right now cannot be able to pay its employees. Your own political party UDA is not able to pay employees as we speak. We are not able to run activities as we speak. Kindly, Honorable Murugara, don't be among the people who will say killed political parties. Thank you.
So, because we'll be writing the report and we want the chair to go and think about his proposal even better, are we saying that this committee may not allow the cash from the political parties fund? Yes. Anyone opposed? Let me say, and I'm doing this when you are here, Honorable Murugara, so that we make our work easy. You may get time to reallocate and think. I don't need to call you. You can hear the mood. Is that so? So go. I mean, when you get some time, you may see what you need to do.
There is nothing I can do, absolutely, sir. I'm not being high-handed whatsoever, as Millie tries to insinuate. I am not killing any democracy. I'm being practical and frank. I am just weighing options. I have one option here, another option here. What can I do with it now? What can I do later? Sincerely, even Kenyans would ask you, look at these children who are employed in Nigeria, and the contracts are all over the country. These children applied. Come June, they are being told, go away, we do not have money. Then you are here allocating money to a political party. What? No, it's everybody, everybody who is employed has a right. We also have a right to employment. Our constitution has several rights, but some of them we are not able to implement because we do not have the money. Now we are asking those employed in your parties have honorable treasurer Nyakundi, but you know every month what I give to the party. All right, everybody knows what we give to the parties. We are not saying they are without money. Possibly they can raise money in different ways. But what we are saying is this, and this is very important. We are saying send those children away, you don't give them the money so that you give it to a political party. Sincerely speaking,
Point of order, Chair.
there may be
Point of order, Chair.
there may be an uproar over
Point
this,
of order, Chair.
but I do not agree.
Point of order,
and my
Chair.
committee never agreed.
Point of order, Chair.
Mwasako.
Political parties and Ajira, so that his hands are tied between two. I've even given you ideas. You are raising money in selling houses. Weka hapa, give political parties.
Okay.
You also have a lot of money in constructions, which you are saying as told. Toa hapo, weka political parties. We are willing to wait for Peter. You put in political parties. Don't democracy is more important than those structures. We can sit under trees and judge people under trees, but give us our money of political parties.
Chair, I don't know why we are shouting at the share of because now if he says that his hands are tied, if he says his hands are tied, even as we belong to our party called UDA party. So me, what I would think, what Share is saying, as members of UDA party, we normally contribute money. Our treasurer, with due respect, I think school program, feeding program is a priority more than the political party. So I support Share 100%.
Last three.
And are you dividing for us the Chinese money?
Which Chinese man?
Honorable Murugara.
Can I now answer them, or they are satisfied with that?
3 minutes.
3 minutes as follows. Sorry. Now, we are not trying to kill any democracy. The truth is, you are the same committee that is saying there is no money available. And we are under pressure. We are under pressure. So what you do, and my plea to you is this. You say we don't remove political parties' fund for the proposals we are making. Just move to another ministry, agency, and reallocate it there. Number two, we can reduce CDF, we can do whatever we want, but I'm telling you, over 1,000 Kenyans have their small jobs hanging on the balance because there is no money. And when we say, I'm being told I have to give it to political parties, you may have to do a bit of persuasion, because I'm also not persuaded. Now, let's move on.
Political parties have also employed people. Political parties
in 2027.
Take the chair. The decision of the court, please. The decision of the court attendee, it is on supplementary. It is not on budget estimates. That is called distinction in a case. What we did that time is money that was allocated in a budget was reduced in a supplementary. What I'm proposing here is actually the budget making process. What we will give is what is not what
you also have
members.
Just listen to how it is done, members.
You will have the chairman is going. You are the ones to make a decision. You don't need to shout. Let him finish.
Let me finish, because this is important. The case which I have here is actually on supplementary. What we had done in the last supplementary to reduce 800, again because of exigencies. And the money was actually spent the way it was allocated, and that is the problem where we are today. All right? Number two, once we allocate 200 million here, you are saying it is ring-fenced. That's what the judge is saying. That what we allocate is ring-fenced. It cannot be reallocated in a supplementary. That is a judge's opinion. I'm told they have appealed against that
judge's decision, not opinion. It's not the Supreme Court.
It's
judge's decision
which is appealable and has been appealed against. So it is not final per se, because the appellate court is looking at it. All right, the next one which you guys wanted me to discuss is on the CJ's house and the 79 million award. Remember, an award is a piece of paper. That money has not been received. There is no guarantee it's going to be recovered as a judgment debt. On the house, it has to be valued. It has to be sold through the normal process. It is not money anybody in his right senses would budget for. But once the money is received, it's now going to be budgeted, whether as aid or whichever way. As regards prisons, no, the stored projects including beta law courts, the judiciary is working on this, including my own law court at Marimanti. It is not moving at all, but we are on all the stored projects saying, let's finish what we have before we build new ones. But look at what they've been allocated. It's 1.5 billion for development. This is what they are saying. It is not sufficient because they require a lot more. But we are all saying there is no money. What do? I do not agree that we should actually be taking Kenyans to under a tree for their cases to be heard, so that you can allocate money elsewhere, where, in the opinion of Kenyans, it is not as urgent. I have the next one. Nadiko, Emase. Emase was on the Nadiko report, where again, even those who spoke in that report have made a proposal. We be looking at political parties funding. It is an issue in the country. So Kenyans are saying, was this the right decision to make? Is this the time to review it? So that will be coming up. It is not wishful thinking. It's just looking at what we need today and what the other people need for whatever reason. IBC, we have passed the law in the parliament. The president is now supposed to constitute the selection panel. That's where we are. Once it is constituted, it will now, using the law, bring in the commissioners. And we confirm there is money for that. It's commissioners coming in, and after that we will possibly have a supplementary budget or the other budget to consider the issues that they'll bring before us. Postal Corporation, they were given 500 million. It was released straight away to Postal. All the employees were paid. The 0.5 million we are talking about now is for service deliverers. Those who printed the material, those the vehicles and the helicopters they hired so that the elections would be conducted. So really it is not money to pay workers anymore, because that has been done. Return the political parties' money. I have no problem. If the Budget and Appropriations Committee wants to return the money, we have no problem with that. But on the same, with one hand, you do that. With the other, please look at the entire ministries and the corporations, and if you're able, now give us the money from those other places.
Chair.
Wanyama, due to public demand, you may just wave to members.
Attending.